So people want to know, what does it take to move out of America to somewhere like Ghana? Well, I always tell people it takes some sacrifice. When we first came here and started building our house, we bought us some land. We bought us one plot of land, and we started building our house. It's a 5 bedroom. The house I'm in right now, 5 bedroom, 5.5 bathroom house. We started building it, but we had to go get an apartment somewhere and stay there until the house got built, which took a while before we moved in. So anyway, the apartment we stayed in, no, it did not have all the luxuries that we were used to. It did not have no air conditioner. It did not have no solar power or anything, like no generator or anything. So in Ghana, when the lights go out, you just, if you don't have no generator, no solar, when the lights go out, you just be sitting in the dark. We didn't have none of that. We didn't have no poly tank. If you know, a poly tank is where water is stored, because if you're using city water here in Ghana, if the water get cut off by the city, not because you had a bill, if the water get cut off by the city, just because of whatsoever reason, you don't have no water. So we had barrels. But you know how much rent we paid? We was paying $80 a month for rent. Yes, we didn't have all the luxury, but that was some sacrifice we was willing to do. Okay, we didn't have a big refrigerator, big stove. We had one of them little 2 burner stoves that you sit on the countertop. I mean, we made it do what it do. We sacrificed, but the goal was to build us our house, to build a house and move into the house. So yes, we was not trying to live like the Jeffersons. We were not trying to be all big dog because we came over here from America. No, we stayed and we lived like the locals. We wasn't going and buying, the major stuff at the grocery store. We was going to the local markets. So that's why I say it takes sacrifice depending on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish. Yes, you could come over here to Ghana and you can rent you a place. You can rent you a 3 bedroom place that might have air conditioning, might not, for probably $300 a month or something like that. But we was trying to spend the least possible. The apartment, it was decent. It was nice. It just didn't have all those, air conditioner. We had ceiling fans. We had fans we turned on if we got hot, which we always had the fans on because it's hot. Um, when the water went out, we had the barrels. We go ahead and dip that water out those barrels and made it do what it do. So, you're trying to come to Africa, it takes sacrifice. That's what I tell people. Does it take money? Of course it takes money. It takes money for anything. You know, can you come over here with a certain amount of money? Yes, that's what we help people do. Help you create an exit strategy. I tell you, I know people, single parents who have came over here and made it happen. People with kids like me came over here who don't have a whole bunch of savings and a whole bunch of money stacked up or not retired, and they coming over here and making it happen. But it takes some sacrifice. It takes some patience. And it takes some work. You gotta put your work in, and you can't just be going out, because money will go real quick in Ghana. Things can get expensive. If you're not careful, you be like, oh, this only costs, if I convert the money, this only $1. Baby, them CDs add up. 10 CDs, 20 CDs, 100 CDs, they add up. So I tell people, don't compare your money to the US. If you in Ghana, you need to be comparing like, oh, this is 60 CDs. Okay, should I be buying this? Should I not be buying this? So, you have to be, wise and, paying attention to what you're buying. Like, will I buy this orange? Because if you want an orange that look like an orange you're used to, you're going to be paying more money for that orange. But if you want to go ahead and get one of these green oranges that's here in Ghana that tastes just as good, that tastes good, you're going to be paying less. If you want the big bananas, that you're used to, or you want the little bitty bananas that's local, that's here in Ghana, okay, they taste real good. They just small. You might have to eat a couple more, but they cost less. So anyway, you want to move to Ghana, I can help you do that. And, I can walk you through it, find you a place, what's the first step you need to do, all that. But when people ask me, it takes sacrifice, y'all. It takes some sacrifice. You can't just come out here and not have a plan. You can't just come to Ghana and just be like, I'm in Ghana, I'm in Africa with all my black people. Like, you can't do that. Like, yeah, you here, you're gonna see people, everybody look like you, majority of the people look like you and everything, or look like me and you, if you're black. But you better come with a plan, and you better come, not trying to live like, for instance, we stayed in Accra for one summer while we was building our house. We stayed in Accra and we paid a lot more money. Oh, the house was better than the house in America. I mean, we had showers that played music. We had the air conditioner. It was fully furnished. It was a very nice place. And it was expensive, like the money that we were using, paying rent at that place, we could have been putting it towards the house. That's how I look at it. Like, okay, no, I was pay $80 a month and live in Cape Coast, $80 a month, and put every little bit of money into my house that I'm building. So that's how I was thinking. So I was like, I don't need air conditioner. I don't need all this because I'm going to have that in my house when I get it, okay, when it's done. And I'm living in this house right now. It's 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom. Is it complete? Nope. It's not complete. It's still stuff that needs to be done, but we in here. We have no bills. We have no mortgage. We have stuff that we do have to pay. Like we pay for our internet, and stuff like that. But that's not a necessity. We're not about to get kicked out. We're not going to get evicted, or anything like that. So anyway, so it takes sacrifice. That's the one thing. That's the main thing I say. It takes sacrifice. It's common sense. Other stuff that you're going to need, like first step, get a passport, get some plane tickets, get a visa. And when you get here, you don't have a plan. Have some money, but if you have some income coming in, some remote work or something, we can make it happen. You can make it happen. Just don't come in here and just la-di-da-di, we likes to party. Like we're here in Africa, can't do all that, but sacrifice, that's the key word. Sacrifice, putting down some of your luxuries and your pleasures that you want temporarily to get what you really want, your ultimate goal. I'll talk to you later. I'm Simply Latoria. Bye.